for us, and your dad did mean a lot to all of us in the community in Wallace. And I know the Facebook page will be lit up at the Wallace High School alumni classroom page and all over the place tonight. And knowing that it's going to happen, and once we get the sign put up, we'll take the pictures and send to you. And you make sure you bring that duplicate of this Hall of Fame plaque, because Wallace will probably be one of the only schools around here with a high school baseball coach with a Hall of Fame plaque sitting in the hallways of the school.
Well, I know he and my mom are both smiling down. So,
thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you,
God bless
guys.
Okay, the motion's on the floor that we name the field, the Clifton B. Crossing Field, and place the plaque inside the band room in the hall. It's been moved to properly second. All in favor, let it be known by raising your right hand. Motion carries unanimous.
Thank you.
Let's go to the gavel.
Got one more comment, Skip. Your dad and Buddy Austin at Blenheim could do more with chicken wire than anybody I ever seen. Building cages, batting cages, whatever.
All right. Back to the business.
Optional resolution.
Yep. Adoption of resolution. Authorization of not exceeding $20,000 for general obligation. 20 million. No, that's 20,500,000 obligation. Refunded bonds to refund the 2024 B bonds. This Franny Hauser, Burr and Foreman. $20 million.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Always great to be with y'all. Here tonight with two resolutions. One is an opportunity to refinance existing debt and save the school district and its taxpayers money. Back in 2012, the school district held a successful referendum to borrow $20 million for a new K through 8 school in the Wallace area.
Mm-hmm.
That debt was issued in 2014, and now 10 years later, we have the opportunity to refinance that debt. And so the first resolution authorizes the issuance of new general obligation bonds with a lower interest rate that will replace the existing debt. This debt because it was approved in a referendum, it does not count against your 8% constitutional debt limit. And the transaction is really dependent on the market. But what we plan to do is have all the paperwork ready so that when the market is right, we will go into the market and sell this debt on y'all's behalf. I think Mike Gallagher of Compass Municipal Advisors was here maybe a month or two ago. And I think he went over with the numbers with y'all. And I'm sorry I couldn't be here that night, so we couldn't sort of have a package deal. But tonight we're asking you to pass the resolution that will allow us to work with the administration and get the transaction ready. And then we will go into the market when we're confident that we can achieve the savings that we're looking for.
Okay, we have a resolution.
So what you're looking for is us to pass a resolution for you to get the package ready.
No, sir. This resolution, it covers everything.
Okay.
It delegates to the superintendent the authority to select the sale date, to agree on the specific terms of the sale, and to then we would bring back to y'all the closing documents. And so if the market isn't cooperative, if we don't get the tax exempt market we're looking for, then we just wait. And there's no guarantee, although I think the idea is that as we get towards the end of the calendar year, there's an expectation that interest rates may go down. They may be lower than they are today. And so that's why we want to be ready. But once y'all adopt this resolution, we will only come back to y'all with the results.
Okay. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, I move that we adopt the resolution authorizing not exceeding $20,500,000 general obligation refunding bond.
Have a second.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, let it know by raising your right hand. Motion is adopted. Tyler? Okay, adoption of resolution with authorization and not to exceed $2,750,000 general obligation bond through the fall.
Skego.
Uh-huh. Go program, Ms. Fanny?
Yes, sir. We call that the Skego Geo program.
Skego go.
Y'all have been in this program since 2006 or 7. Every year that you issue general obligation bonds for two purposes. One is to make your annual payment on the installment purchase revenue bonds that we were able to issue in 2006. Those bonds have now been refinanced. So the interest rate is as low as it can be. And I don't think that's one that we can refinance in the future, but that would be more for Mike Gallagher. But the two things, so one is the payment on your installment purchase revenue bond, and the other is what we call, quote, new money, which is money to fund your ongoing annual capital needs. And of course, in the Skego program, each school district issues its own debt. Skego puts all the debt together, offers it for public sale, and the result is that you get the lowest available interest rate on that day, and you get the cost of issuance are prorated over all of the participants, so that you get really a very low cost of issuance number. This in the fall, I think y'all will be part of a program that would be somewhere between 150 million in that range. And so by being part of such a much larger transaction, your pro rata share of the cost are relatively low, and you get the attention of all the big boys and girls that bid on transactions like this.
Okay. Any other discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Sir, Mr. Stone.
I move that we adopt a resolution authorizing not exceeding $2.75 million general obligation bond through Skego Geo program.
You know, second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, let me know by raising your right hand. Motion is adopted.
Thank y'all very much. It's always nice to be with y'all. And for any of y'all going to school law in Charleston, I'll see you on that very hot August Saturday.
All right. See you, Ms. Fanny.
Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay, we got the first reading of policy IKA-R, grading assessment system. Ms. Battle.
Mr. Chairman, Dr. Tiller, members of the board, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I had Ms. Cribb to put in your packet an explanation of why this particular policy is coming before you again, because you had already approved the changes that were made in 2022. When it leaves Ms. Cribb, it goes to the state board, and the state board has to approve it. They sent it back with some changes that they wanted to see. So what you saw in blue were the changes that the state board was recommending that we make. So I'm asking you to approve it with those changes, new changes.
These are state board recommendations.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Right.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I move that we approve the first reading of policy IKA-R, grading and assessment system.
The second.
Second.
Any discussion? All right. All in favor, let me know. Raise your right hand. Policies are different.
Thank
you.
you.
Madam. Okay. Need approval of the regular scheduled Board of Education meeting calendar.
I make a motion that we approve the meeting calendar for the 24-25 school year.
Motion to approve this regular scheduled Board of Education meeting calendar. Second.
Second.
Any discussion? There are any? All in favor, let me know. Raising your right hand. We approve the calendar. We gotta go. Okay. Next on the agenda, approval of the first reading of the fiscal year 24-25 budget. Okay.
Yeah, works out in there.
Remember, I need to read that again, Mr. Drew.
So we had that part at the first, but we didn't approve it, did we? That's right.
First reading.
Yeah.
Approval of first reading for the fiscal year 24-25 budget.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we approve the first reading of the 24-25 year budget.
Have a second.
I second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion?
I know we come back with the second reading of it,
Right.
but we'll make sure that we have those areas that we talked about that need to be clarified, that they be clarified for the next board meeting.
Okay.
You know, because we had that, we was talking about the equipment,
Yeah.
whether or not that was a typo or not.
Right.
You know, if it's not a typo, then just let us know what equipment we need. That way we'll know
That's right.
what.
Which way they go with
Good job,
it.
Mr. Benji.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other discussion? You finna straighten us up right now, Mr. Benji?
No, he actually
This one for
he got a
next part.
financial report.
We got
All right.
to,
He got a financial report.
Okay. Let me, you can stay right there though, but we finna approve this. All in favor? First reading, let me know by raising your right hand.
First reading.
Motion approved. Now you ready, Mr. Benji?
I think I was ready to go home. I think everybody else is too. But I will have those corrections on.
I know Herbert ready to go home.
Mr. Chairman, Dr. Tiller, board members, you should have this revenue and expenditure report in your packet, and we're almost down to the wire. According to the ideal remaining percentage, we should be at 8%, and we're at 11. So we're almost to the end of the wire of the school year. Questions?
No questions?
All right, thank you.
See you. To the end. Thank you. Mr. McCray, you got something you want to talk about?
Yes, sir.
What do you want, Mr. McCray?
I make a motion that we get out here and adjourn this meeting, sir.
Mr. McCray say he make a motion that we adjourn this meeting. Now I got a second, Mr. Bly.
We got a second.
Any discussion, Dr. McLeod?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
We
okay.
got some discussion. Mr. Jerry, how about stand up?
Right.
And y'all see a young man?
Look sharp.
That's what a Michigan man looks like.
Oh.
You see that maize and blue he has on? That's a Michigan man. Thank you, sir.
All right.
And on that note,
And on that note, all in favor, meeting, it's no matter, meeting is adjourned with Michigan Wolverine.